What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel tonight. This is your official Monday Night Raw review for tonight's show, October 2nd, 2017, live from Denver, Colorado tonight. I did not live tweet during the show. Just one of those nights where I just wasn't feeling it, man. And when you're not feeling it, you really don't want to talk about it. You just want to watch and see how things transpire. And then I'll come on here and discuss whatever I got to discuss. We'll go over what happened on tonight's show. And other than that, man, there really was nothing to talk about following this edition of Monday Night Raw. Again, it was just a very run-of-the-mill. It picked up where last week left off, and we got more continuation of a possible Shield reunion. This week, more heavily than we did last week. We got pretty much the same exact Cruiserweight segment to close Monday Night Raw tonight, like we seen last week with Enzo. Last week it was Enzo just spitting jokes and making fun of everybody in the Cruiserweight division. This week was just more of the same. But this week we got a new addition to the Cruiserweight division. A new addition that I don't know why they didn't think of this the first time around. A new addition that is a year and a half too late for the Cruiserweight division. So I don't understand why WWE held off for that to be the closing segment of Monday Night Raw. I don't believe we waited 3 hours to get that type of reveal to close Monday Night Raw. But regardless of that, we're going to go over everything on tonight's show for Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys so much for all your continued love and support. As always, we are nearing 84,000 subscribers, so you guys are absolutely beast. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys missed earlier, I did upload an off-the-script extra. I'm going to try and get a little bit more extras out to you guys with some of the stories that really aren't that important enough to make the regular off-the-script every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to be a little bit more daily with the news and rumors. So the off-the-script extras are going to come in handy during the week. Today, we talked about Randy Orton and his disdain for the WWE creative team, how he does not like the WWE creative direction for SmackDown Live right now, how he hates being a babyface, and pretty much everything that he talked about on this week's Edge and Christian's podcast. So if you guys want to go check that out and get my thoughts on that, that was today's video. We also go over Matt Hardy cutting his hair and leaving another trail of broken brilliance on his Twitter. Another tease for the broken or awoken gimmick. And more news on this Enzo and Corey Graves Twitter war that's been going on for the last couple of days. Corey Graves threw a shot at Enzo Amore. Enzo fired back. Now Corey Graves' brother, who wrestles for CMLL, is getting involved and saying that he wants to kick Enzo's teeth down his throat for making fun of his brother, man. Lots of stuff in today's Off the Script Extra, so make sure you guys go and check that out. That will be linked in the video. First thing you see in this video in the annotation in that top right corner. Also, if you missed Off the Script all weekend long, it is there for you guys to view. We talk about a whole slew of topics, including Enzo, Stephanie McMahon coming back to Monday Night Raw, possible Shield plans, which I will talk about here again, being that we got the continuation of Monday Night Raw tonight and the possible plans for TLC. So if you guys missed that, that is all live on the channel as well. Plus, very cool stuff coming up this week as far as wrestling content and video game content and live streaming, man. So keep an eye and an ear to the channel. I want to make sure everybody is aware, Wednesday is the last day to get the Bullet Club Team JD design. Teespring.com has a campaign up. It was only up for 5 days. Wednesday is the last day. We are over 55 shirts sold. As of right now, I set the goal at 40, so you guys blew that number away. If you guys want to be one of the exclusive members of this channel to own your very own JD inspired, JD from New York inspired Bullet Club design, it is available on teespring.com. Make sure you guys check the comment section down below. I'll leave a comment that will be pinned down below. If you guys want to get yours, you got till Wednesday only. So make sure you guys take advantage of that, because you will never, and I'm telling you right now, you will never see that exact design again. So if you want to be one of a kind, if you want to be like no one, like WWE 2K18 this year, Go and get that design on Teespring. Link will be down in the comment section. Also available on Barbershop Window, featuring Enzo Amore, featuring the modern-day Failure Raha, featuring Bailey, or what I like to say, Cringely, and Titus Catering worldwide. We got the new Get Off My TV design, version 2 redone. This is version 2.5, man. That's available right now on barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. You guys can actually save 20% off on that design using code JD17 at checkout. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. And please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Let's get into Monday Night Raw, man. I'm going to start at the top of the 11 o'clock hour, and we're going to work our way down. Being that the WWE featured the Cruiserweights in the most important segment of the show, the closing segments of the show. We're going to talk with the Cruiserweights, or talk about the Cruiserweights. We're going to talk about the Shield, and then we're going to talk about the women's division. And oddly enough, they have finally generated some interest out of me for the Women's Championship on Monday Night Raw. Another thing that has generated interest today from me for the first time since this feud has been announced, Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Now, there are major loopholes in this Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt storyline, as if there was none to begin with, or as if it didn't make sense to begin with, I should say. Now, WWE is creating massive potholes for all of us to step right on in. They don't realize that certain things happened on SmackDown Live that I guess they're ignoring here on Monday Night Raw. We'll go over that because I don't see anybody talking about it whatsoever. But we're going to start with the Cruiserweights, man. Enzo came out to pretty much go on to say, again, at the top of the 11 o'clock hour, in the closing segment of this show, how he is resurrecting 205 Live. How he is now taking the Cruiserweights and making them relevant. He deserves the Cruiserweight Championship. People were chanting, "You deserve it." Yeah, I deserve it. He came out looking absolutely ridiculous. More ridiculous than I think I've ever seen him before. I don't know who designed his outfit. I don't know where he got his outfit from. But somebody obviously was colorblind to dress him the way that they did. Absolutely awful, man. I don't know what the hell he was wearing. He said it was Versace. It looked god-awful. But regardless of what Enzo was wearing, he is the Cruiserweight Champion. He went on and on and on about the same shit that he went on about last week. But the Cruiserweights again come out. Everybody wants to pretty much surround the ring and get their hands on Enzo Amore. They can't do that. They can't do that. Enzo has yet another clause, another piece of paper, another contract that states that if anybody in the Cruiserweight division lays a hand on Enzo Amore, they will be terminated from the WWE. They will be on the unemployment line. I wish Enzo was on the unemployment line. Enzo thinks he is a ratings generator. For every ratings point that 205 Live goes up, Enzo would have 0 dimes because the ratings are not moving with Enzo on 205 Live. If you guys have not realized that, I don't know what to tell you. Enzo is not moving the needle on 205 Live. He will not move the needle ever on 205 Live, let alone as champion. Okay? WWE, they didn't have anything to do with him. This is a product of WWE having somebody who they miscast by breaking up a popular tag team. They had all their eggs in one basket with Big Cass. Enzo was going nowhere. Now, conveniently, Big Cass got hurt. Enzo is now stuck with nothing to do. Enzo on 205 Live was not meant to generate ratings, was not meant to do anything to help 205 Live. They just didn't have anything to do with Enzo Amore. They didn't want him on Raw. They wanted him off of Raw. Nobody likes him in the Raw locker room. Nobody wants him on Raw, period. It was a punishment. So now WWE puts him on 205 Live. They give him the championship, and they think this is somehow generating interest for 205 Live. At the end of all of this, after what we've seen, after we've seen this new name announced for 205 Live, is this going to generate any interest whatsoever? No. I said this on Off the Script this past weekend. I am the biggest WWE mark that there is in the YWC. If I hate something, I'll let you know. If I like something, I'll let you know. I cover WWE extensively on this channel. I cover every asset or every facet of WWE on this channel. But I don't cover 205 Live. Do you guys want to know why I don't cover 205 Live? It's because nothing on that show has interested me or intrigued me coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. There's nobody that's going to be put on that show that's not named a Rey Mysterio or a Chavo Guerrero or a Johnny Gargano or a Tommaso Ciampa or a Hideo Itami. Nobody's going to get me to watch 205 Live with that current division. They've treated everybody in that division like utter garbage. Then they want to put Enzo Amore on that show and in that division, and they expect me to go watch. If I'm not watching 205 Live, what does that say about the rest of the people watching 205 Live? They're a bunch of idiots. You might enjoy it, but it's not good television. It really isn't. It's not something that is going to say, you know what, excuse me, watch me on Tuesdays after SmackDown Live. No, it's not that type of show. And they've done nothing. They will do nothing. Enzo will do nothing to get me interested in watching 205 Live. It was merely a punishment on WWE's end, and they put Enzo over there as nothing but punishment. And if that doesn't really reveal itself to you after weeks and weeks and weeks of embarrassment at the hands of Braun Strowman and at the hands of the Cruiserweight division and just WWE just embarrassing this guy left and right, I don't know what to tell you. But Enzo's coming out talking like a big dog. Then all the Cruiserweights come out, and I got the clips from Monday Night Raw. We're going to listen to it together because I will say this. I will say this. I hate this angle. I think this is not doing anything for 205 Live. Some people think this is getting people to talk about the Cruiserweights. Yeah, talk is one thing, but the ratings are another. If the talk of the town is the Cruiserweights and there's some buzz and there's some talk about the Cruiserweights, but it doesn't generate into ratings, then what good is it? What good is it? It means nothing. But I will say this. I know Enzo is a talented motherfucker when it comes to speaking. I know he is absolutely on fire when he has a microphone in his hand. This is not something that I'm talking about when I'm, talking about Enzo Amore as being a negative. That's obviously his one takeaway from his entire character is the level of mic work that this guy possesses. But the fact that I don't like him, I have to give him his due. What he did on the microphone today actually made me crack a smile. After the shit day that I had, after just being down on a lot of different things, Enzo actually made me crack a smile, and he actually genuinely got a laugh out of me on Monday Night Raw. I thought he was very funny with how he handled his business going around the ring, just interacting with each of the Cruiserweights. And we're going to go over exactly what he said because I think it's entertaining enough to just listen to here on the Monday Night Raw review. This is Enzo Amore at the end of Raw tonight, going over just everybody in the Cruiserweight division, exactly what he thinks of them. Let's listen together.
Hey, back up, think twice. You guys like your job? Do you like it? Or do you want to be on the unemployment line, huh? Hey, whoa. Hey, back up, fool. You guys like your jobs or what, bro? You like it or what? Did you get that at a thrift stores? Come on. No, dog.
No way, I'm dog.
Hey, get that. Come on, dog. What the hell is it?
Enzo finds himself in no man's land, surrounded by the Cruiserweight division. I got a feeling somebody's gonna get fired.
Hey, Mufasa. Your parents did you a bigger injustice than I ever could when they named you after the Lion King, kid. You see this piece of paper right here? It says you touch me, you're getting fired. Same goes for you, Gordon Gnome. I'll kick you across the lawn. You got more abs than you do brain cells, Tony Nese, you schmuck. Look at this. Oh, you want to touch me? Gabagoolak? Gabagoolak? Captain Underpants? Good, I'm glad you put a suit and tie on. You should go sit next to Corey Graves behind the announce desk. Oh, look at you. What are you going to do? Schwana, you going to touch me? You going to touch me? I'm MC Hammer, kid. You can't touch this. Why don't you bust a move for me? I know you're good at it. Look at that knockoff Versace, bro. Look at this. You see that? That's Versace, kid. What's up, teacup? You want to lay a hand on me? Why don't you hop in your DeLorean and go back to the future? That's right. Dressed like a 1930s paperboy. Hey, you look like a hobo. All right? Yeah, you
Right,
get more money sitting outside this arena begging for change than you would if you stepped in this ring, because I got 0 dimes for you, kid.
That's fucked up.
What's your future looking like? Mask on, mask off, sweet mohawk, mine's a lot better. Kid, I got more hair on my chest than you got on your face. So before you step in this ring, make sure you present an ID, because I don't want to have to assault a minor.
TJP, oh my God.
Hey. What are you wearing, a scuba shirt? What size shirt is that, a medium? Get the hell out of here. Oh, Tozawa, you said you liked me on Twitter. I'm not going to hurt you right now. Because I could. And you? The Keebler out? What you want to do, bro? What, you want to hurt me? You want to hit me? You want to be out on the streets and homeless? Is that it? You already look like you're homeless. Kid, I dare any one of you to touch me right now. MC Hammer right now. If I could dance for you, I would. But I can't lie. I'm hurting after each and every one of you schmucks, you idiots, laid a hand on me. You forfeited any title opportunity you have, and you're about to lose your job if you do something stupid. So act smart. I know it's hard for you.
Thank God above Kurt Angle.
Enzo thinks Kurt Angle, the general manager, is his dog.
Enzo is losing steam anyway.
Enzo, tell him to leave.
Enzo, based on last week, none of the cruiserweights at the ringside can challenge you for the Cruiserweight Championship. And based on our conversation today, none of the cruiserweights at the ringside can have physical contact with you in any way. If they do, they will be fired. But none of this applies to the newest member of the Cruiserweight division that I just signed.
And this is what we waited 3 hours for. This is some big reveal. This is WWE pretty much saying, yeah, we messed up. Now we're doing the right thing with this guy. What a lame letdown.
Get your popcorn ready, Phillips.
The former United States champion, Kalisto. You've been lobbying for this for a while.
I think this is the best possible fit for Kalisto, one of the most talented luchadors on the planet Earth, and he is staring a hole through Enzo Amore.
And I guarantee you, Enzo Amore didn't read the fine print on that clause.
I don't think he can even read, to be honest.
So that was that. Kalisto is introduced as the newest member of 205 Live, a year and some change, too late. I don't know why this wasn't done when they created the Cruiserweight division, and this is what we waited 3 hours for. What a lame letdown. So, Kalisto's now part of the Cruiserweight division. Is he going to be battling Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship? Again, is this going to generate interest to watch 205 Live? No, it's not. This is literally a waste of everybody's time. There's some spots of really entertaining stuff here. I'll admit that, but the majority of this, 9 out of 10, there's one part that's entertaining. That's when Enzo's putting everybody down. The rest of the shit on this storyline is just not entertaining to me. It's not going to do anything. In the end, the ultimate goal here is to make Enzo look bad. But in turn, you're making the entire Cruiserweight division look bad. Yeah, people might be talking about it. People might be talking about Enzo as he's the Cruiserweight champion. More eyes might be on the Cruiserweights now. But when this is all over and they get back to doing what they have to do away from Enzo Amore, it's going to go right back to where it was. And if people are talking now and it's not generating any ratings, then what is the point of all this? Why feature this in the main event of the show on Monday Night Raw? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is not how I would utilize the Cruiserweights. This is absolutely a waste of talent. This is a waste of talent. Nobody wanted to watch the Cruiserweight Classic to see this type of shit. Nobody would even conceive wanting this as the result coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. How can anybody be okay with this? You know? Why were we all okay with it then when the Cruiserweight Classic was over, and now we're settling for this? Like, I don't understand these hypocrites out there. Why not fight and speak up for the way that this division has been handled? This is a mockery. This is straight mockery. How can anybody be okay with what we seen last year, and then this is the result? Mistake after mistake after mistake. Then because Big Cass is hurt, you're going to put this guy on 205 Live and give this guy willingly the Cruiserweight Championship, going against literally everything that tournament stood for? Nobody understands why I don't like it. That's my reason. That's my reason. I'll say it once. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You put that Kota Ibushi, Cedric Alexander match in the main event of Monday Night Raw and tell me people don't get interested in a Cruiserweight division. No, but you'd rather do this. You'd rather do this. There's no way you can tell me that a Johnny Gargano-Tommaso Ciampa match from the Cruiserweight Classic put in the main event of this show, 15 minutes those guys go, is not going to get the Cruiserweight division over. Give me a break. If positioned the right way and showcased the right way, it damn well should and would get over. Now, but you guys want to settle for this shit. Absolute garbage. Enzo could be entertaining. I'm not taking anything away from him. But the fact that everybody is settling for this shit, and we waited for Kalisto to come out to be added to the Cruiserweight division 1 year later after being wasted and his character ruined. Now everybody wants to say, oh, that's a good addition. That wasn't a good addition then. People fucking sicken me, man. They really do. Absolute waste of everybody in this division. Neville needs to find his way out. He deserves much better. I don't believe people are getting behind this shit, but that's what happened on Monday Night Raw to close the show. Let's talk about the Shield. The Shield, the Shield, the Shield. Everybody's talking about the Shield. We finally have some sort of direction as to who they're going to be going up against at TLC. And it still doesn't interest me, and it doesn't intrigue me to put the Shield together for something that literally doesn't need the Shield. It doesn't need the Shield. Roman Reigns took care of the entire Miztourage by himself tonight. He chased Axel and Dallas off with steel chairs and Superman punches. So, apparently, Axel and Dallas will play no factor into this Shield reunion. They don't need to be. They don't need to be involved. Because they're obviously showcased as the weakest talents here. And WWE had an ample opportunity to build up Axel and Dallas here following last week. And what did they do? As always in typical WWE fashion, they dropped the ball. Now, if you wanted to build credible tag teams that you so desperately need, why are you having one man in Roman Reigns completely decimate Axel and Dallas? You couldn't do better? You couldn't do better. Following the destruction of Roman Reigns last week and the beating that he took, you couldn't build upon that with Axel and Dallas? I don't get WWE. It's like this went right over their head. They need tag teams, but they want to bury two guys that are capable of being a dominant tag team at every chance they got. So Roman chases off the Miztourage. He's left with the Miz in the ring for this Intercontinental Championship match. I will say this. The match that he had with the Miz, very good. Not going to take anything away from Roman Reigns. I know he's capable of going in the ring. When Roman Reigns is talked about on this channel, it's more of a creative direction. It's more of WWE forcing him down our throats more than anything. The Miz, I don't find to be a main event talent. I never will. I never thought that, even when he was world champion. I didn't think he was a main event talent. I was glad that he won the title. I popped big for when he won his first WWE Championship. But I never thought The Miz to be a WrestleMania main event guy. He wasn't then. He isn't now. He's a main event mouth. He's not a main event wrestler. And I don't believe him in the ring to be a main event guy. He stood nice with Roman Reigns. I'll give him that. The match was very believable. They had a few near falls in there that I'm like, oh, whoa, I thought we were going to get a new Intercontinental Champion here. That Superman punch spot tonight that got a 2 7/8 by the referee when Roman Reigns made the cover after that Superman punch. I thought that was it. I thought Roman Reigns was going to win the Intercontinental Championship tonight, like I had predicted, but they didn't go that route. Roman Reigns was attacked by the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, after the match. Cesaro gave him the neutralizer. Cesaro seems to be back in good health. He's wearing a mouth brace now to protect his teeth. Good on him. Smart move. He gave Roman Reigns the neutralizer. Sheamus gave him the bro kick. We had The Miz deliver a skull-crushing finale. Everybody in the arena chanting, Shield, 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 Shield. All three heels start walking away. They stop midway up the ramp. They look at each other, and they're like, the crowd wants the Shield. Denver wants the Shield. Let's give him the Shield. They get back in the ring, and they deliver a Shield triple power bomb. Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz deliver the patented, the vintage, I'm going to take one out of Michael Cole's playbook, the vintage triple power bomb that they used to do. And after the power bomb on Roman Reigns, they all stood and they did the triple Shield fist pump right there. Done. Again, we got mockery of the Shield with their move, mockery of the Shield with their pose. The Miztourage, when they made their entrance before Roman Reigns took care of Axel and Dallas, they mocked the Shield entrance because they came down through the crowd and came down through the arena steps and then on into the ring. So what does this mean? We didn't see Rollins. We didn't see Ambrose. We didn't see nobody help Roman Reigns. They left him laying all on his own after another beatdown for a second week in a row. After he didn't capture the Intercontinental Championship, but he won by disqualification. People were still chanting Shield. People were chanting for Rollins and Ambrose to come help. So it looks like right now, we are going to get Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro against Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose at TLC. Now, to the casual, that might be interesting. To the people who want to literally suck WWE cock every single week, to the people who want to pull down WWE's pants and pucker their lips on WWE ass, that's going to intrigue you. But again, I say, just like I did last week, WWE now wants to bring back the Shield simply to hype a TLC pay-per-view because Brock... And still, nobody's talking about this. Nobody's mentioning this. Oh, look, the Shield is coming back. Oh, look, it's TLC. Oh, look, they're talking about getting the Shield back together to go against three guys in the WWE right now who are giving them problems. What? So you're okay with this? Nobody sees the veil that WWE is trying to pull over your fucking eyes. It's sad. It really is sad. You know? It's one thing to get excited about something. Fine, you want to get excited about something, I ain't holding your fucking hand. Get excited about it. You're a grown man, you're a grown woman, you can get excited about anything you want. I'm here talking sense. I'm here talking, so when you watch the show next week, you know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm here. This doesn't make any sense. It's not needed. WWE, I swear to God, I'm watching tonight's show and I'm envisioning Vince McMahon just smiling ear to ear. Don, I knew we'd get Roman Reigns over before WrestleMania. This is a Band-Aid. This is a Band-Aid. Do not believe the hype. Because when this is all over, and Roman has to go back to being little old lonely Roman on that road to WrestleMania, these fans will turn on him like that. You're going to align Roman with something that has been just wanted for years since their breakup. That's a desperation move, people. That's a desperation move. The Shield is only, and I'm spelling only on all capital letters, man, only coming to TLC because they have no other selling point for TLC. Yeah, some faith in Asuka, right? Instead of building Asuka up for TLC and continuing to hype her debut at TLC, that's not enough. That's not enough. You could have did something else with Asuka and put her in a TLC match with the rest of the women That would have been better. That actually intrigues me more than seeing the Shield come back for a meaningless feud with guys that Rollins and Ambrose have beat for the titles already, and an Intercontinental Champion that's been treated like shit all year. No, but the Shield coming back makes sense though, right? Give me a break, man. This is done out of sheer desperation. Sheer desperation. Brock Lesnar's not there. They're calling upon the Shield to sell pay-per-views. They need to get Roman Reigns over before they really start their Roman initiative for WrestleMania 34. That's the reason the Shield's coming back. No, I'm sitting here spitting sense to you guys because the Shield is so important to WWE history as a faction. The Shield is so big and so popular and so wanted by many people that you're bringing them back for Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. What type of threat is that? What type of threat is that? That's against everything the Shield was and did. Seriously. Shield should only be going up against the... What was the Shield's last feud? What was it? Evolution? It was Batista. It was Rollins. No, I'm sorry. It was Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton. If you aren't going up against caliber guys and caliber stables and factions like that, then what is the point? What is the point? This is why I've urged WWE to turn Balor heel. This is why I urged AJ Styles to come in last year as a heel with Anderson and Gallows behind him. That is a faction that should be going up against the Shield. You guys got Sanity down in NXT. They could have come up. I see people talking about Samoa Joe coming back and having his own stable with Akam and Razor of the Authors of Pain. I would have much rather seen that than what we're getting with Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. This is nothing but sheer, utter, pathetic desperation. And the fact that these people on Twitter and the fact that these people watching the show do not see it, I can't help you anymore. I can't help you. If WWE is willing to give away matches like a Cena and Nakamura, Orton and Nakamura, and give away these big matches, Cena and Strowman, on regular Monday Night Raws with no build, this does not surprise me in the least. This means nothing. The Shield coming together is for cheap pops to sell a B-level pay-per-view and to pretty much push the Roman initiative to say, hey, we're doing this because we need Roman to be the good guy. There's no way that they're going to boo Roman in the Shield. If you can't see that, you need serious guidance. That's all I need to say about that. So in typical WWE fashion, they drag it out. Which is exactly what I would have done. Right? At the end of the show, after the Cruiserweights did what they had to do, Roman was sitting there nursing his injuries, nursing his ribs, holding his side. Ambrose comes in. He starts, clenching his fists and, rolling his wrists and all this shit. And then Rollins comes in. He crosses his arms. And then Roman does this as if they were going to do the Shield fist pump, right? And that's it. They walked away. Ambrose walks away. Rollins walks away. And Roman, pretty much stands there like, yep, we know what we have to do. We know what we have to do here. So it's coming. It's coming. WWE knows that when they do that signature pose that the crowd's going to go fucking crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if it's next week in Indianapolis. Indianapolis was the same place, the same city that Seth Rollins turned his back on the Shield. So wouldn't it make sense? I don't think WWE is this smart, but I wouldn't put it past them to not go into Indianapolis and not think about doing this. Indianapolis was the same city that Rollins turned his back on Ambrose and Reigns. Wouldn't it be funny that they roll into Indianapolis next week and everything comes full circle? 3 years ago, we got Rollins hitting both guys in the back with steel chairs. It would be funny, right? It would really be funny that they roll into Indianapolis again and all three guys are back on the same page. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there if you guys did not know where Monday Night Raw was next week and the significance of Indianapolis as it correlates to the Shield. It's coming. But against Sheamus, Cesaro, and Miz, hardly anything to get excited about. Hardly anything to get excited about. Where does this leave Braun Strowman? That's another question. Where does this leave Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman beat Ambrose last week. He beat Rollins this week. What's going to happen with Braun Strowman? Who is Braun Strowman going to fight at TLC? Are they going to bring Samoa Joe back and do a match between Joe and Strowman to pretty much feed Strowman, Samoa Joe, to get him back on the legit track after losing to Brock Lesnar in 5 minutes by 1 F5? Joe is due back any week now. You know, he cleared up some minor injuries that were nagging him. So what's going to happen with Strowman? If Strowman is not in this thing after beating Rollins and Ambrose, then where is he going to be? I don't get it. And if they do Strowman, Cesaro, and Sheamus, where does that leave The Miz? So you're pretty much fucked either way. So either The Miz doesn't have an opponent for TLC, or Strowman doesn't have an opponent for TLC. Don't know what WWE is doing here, but it is what it is, man. I told you guys what I think of it. Let that sink into your brains. Think on that for a little bit. You know that I'm right. And anybody listening to me, it's very difficult for you guys to negate anything that I'm saying here. Just like last week. It is very difficult. Actually, it's downright impossible to go against everything that I just told you guys. Last week and this week again. Okay? So, it's coming. Indianapolis, look for it. It's happening. The Shield is getting back together. Moving on here, man. This is something I want to talk about. We'll talk about this, and then we'll talk about the women, and then we'll go over the rest of the results on Monday Night Raw. Because these are the big things that happened on the show. I want to get this out of the way. Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. Okay? We got the promo from Finn Balor here. He's in the ring. We're going to see how badly he cuts a promo, because people somehow in the YWC think that Finn Balor cannot speak when he's got a microphone in his hand. I don't find anything wrong with him. I mean, he's not great. You know, neither was Bret Hart when he was a babyface, but Finn Balor is serviceable when it comes to cutting a promo. He gets his point across. It is what it is. But the main thing I want to talk to you guys about is what Bray Wyatt did and what Bray Wyatt said in this promo. This is Finn Balor in the ring, and Bray Wyatt says that he wants to introduce Sister Abigail to Finn Balor.
I gotta be honest, I don't like to come out here and talk. I like to come out here and fight. Bray Wyatt, on the other hand, he likes to come out here and play mind games. Last week, he's got a little kid singing, "He's got the whole world." I don't buy it for a second. If Bray Wyatt actually had the whole world in his hands, he wouldn't know what to do with it. See, he may call himself a god. He may call himself the eater of worlds. But I see Bray for what he really is. And that's a coward.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots, Mr. Balor.
Bray, you lost to the Demon at SummerSlam. You lost to the man at No Mercy.
So then it should be over.
You can make all the excuses that you want, but the simple fact is that you're afraid. You're afraid that despite all your games, that you can't beat Finn Balor.
She never lied to me. 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 She never lied to me, but you did. She warned me about people like you, Finn. You lied to me. You claimed that you were just a man, but at No Mercy, you were different. You were more. And you also said that you, the man, created the demon. Liar! The demon fuels the man. You don't paint your face to become the demon. You peel your skin to reveal it. Show me your face, Finn. Show me your true face.
Show me your face, Finn.
And I'll do the
Show me your face, Finn.
Bring your demon.
Bring your
And I
demon,
will strip
Finn.
my flesh to reveal the true nature of my dark soul.
Yeah, man.
Abigail is alive.
Oh, really? Abigail is alive! Abigail is alive now, people! Didn't Randy Orton burn down the Bray Wyatt compound? Didn't he piss all over Sister Abigail's ashes? What the fuck are they doing on Monday Night Raw? Yeah, I'm supposed to forget Randy Orton burning down an entire building on SmackDown Live, and then we got this clown saying that Sister Abigail is alive. Where is she? Where is she? If she's buried and was burned and the entire compound was left in nothing but ashes, I'm supposed to forget that though, right? Yeah, okay. Major loophole. Let me see somebody negate me on that fact too. Oh, but JD, it's all storytelling, man. It's only wrestling, man. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can suspend my belief. But, you know, Randy Orton burning down an entire building and doing his pose as he's pissing on the ashes, you don't forget that during the year. Give me a break, bro.
And she is dying to meet you.
So then Bray sits there and they do this special effect where it's a bunch of smoke and he's got these creepy eyes and this hair in front of his face. He honestly looks like Scarecrow from Batman, from Batman Begins. He looked like Scarecrow. So either Bray Wyatt is Scarecrow from Batman, he is either going to dress himself up in drag and come out as Sister Abigail himself, or we will see the debut of the much long-awaited Sister Abigail. Now, something that you guys might not have seen if you're not following her on Twitter. Sage Beckett from the Mae Young Classic. If you guys remember Sage Beckett, she was one of the much larger women in the tournament. She was actually trained by the Dudley Boys. Sage Beckett tweeted out during Raw a figure in black on fire with the words, "They're all lies, darling." Is Sage Beckett going to be revealed as Sister Abigail during the TLC pay-per-view? Very interesting indeed. Now, there's another thing I want to make mention. WWE has been interested in bringing back Caitlyn as well. If you guys remember Caitlyn. Caitlyn was very good at what she did. I didn't mind Caitlyn. Caitlyn's been training at the Performance Center for a WWE return, or she's been training to come back into the WWE. They are interested in bringing Caitlyn back. WWE could also bring in Caitlyn to be Sister Abigail, but the way, Sage Beckett looks and the makeup of Sage Beckett and the size of Sage Beckett actually might be a more dominating, a more imposing figure to play Sister Abigail. This could be the start of a new Wyatt family, people. This could be the start of a new Wyatt family. Now, if that is the case, again, I stress from what I talked about earlier. I don't know why they didn't save the Shield reunion for something like that. Because the way the Shield and the Wyatt family went head-to-head, I believe it was at the, I forgot what year Elimination Chamber it was. But that 3-on-3 match that they had was literally one of the best matches I think I've seen in WWE. That was unreal. That first meeting was unreal. I don't know why they didn't save a new reformed Wyatt family for the Shield. Bray Wyatt needs it. Bray Wyatt works better when he's leading others or when he's in a stable. This could have been the beginning of that. So Bray Wyatt says that Sister Abigail would love to meet Finn Balor. Finally, after 3 meaningless matches that meant nothing to anybody, finally on the fourth try, WWE's trying to get us invested in this. If this turns out to be nothing, I will be pissed. But I will say this, if Sage Beckett is Sister Abigail, you got my thumbs up on that. That is something that I think a lot of people have been waiting for, and I think a lot of people would like to see. some type of reincarnation of Sister Abigail. But didn't Randy Orton burn the compound down? How are you going to make sense of that? I don't get it. So we'll see what happens with that. Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor again at TLC, this time teasing Sister Abigail. Finally, the other thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, and something that is oddly intriguing me for some reason. I guess it's because the women are finally in something that the women could do, and it's believable, you know? Mickie James playing the role of the veteran. She's not old by any means. She's hot. She can still go. She could probably out-wrestle half of the women's roster in the entire company. Mickie James not really doing much of anything since she was moved over to Monday Night Raw from SmackDown Live. Finally is getting a deserved shot at doing something with the Women's Championship. Now, everybody thinks that she's old. Everybody's calling her old lady, right? So we got Emma and Alicia Fox in the back. They're laughing at Mickie James and says that someone left you some gifts in your locker room. And they start laughing. They start pointing. So Mickie goes into the locker room, and you're going to see exactly her reaction here. I got the clip for you here on Monday Night Raw Review. Mickie James receives some unwanted gifts in the WWE's women's locker room.
What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Maybe what you said about Alexa last week, but no one was really listening. I almost didn't hear it. Almost didn't hear it.
What? What do you want?
Even at your age, you still have a secret admirer. Someone left something for you in the locker room. Gifts, I guess.
I would really like to see Emma in a more pronounced role on this show. I think Emma's great. Just throwing that out there. So she walks into her locker room, and she sees a walker for old ladies, and she sees a huge box of Depends. Diapers. Old lady diapers.
You gotta be kidding me!
So she takes it, she throws it. Now she wants to look for Alexa Bliss. Where's Alexa Bliss at? Both Alicia Fox and Emma are laughing.
Oh, you think that's funny?
No. Yeah.
No. I don't even have time for the two of you. Where's Alexa?
She's in her locker room.
Now this is something I don't understand. She knocks on the door, and Nia
Alexa!
Jax opens the door.
You want something?
Yeah, I want her.
Sorry, Alexa's concerned you're too fragile.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to be in the ring with a mature woman.
Oh, I bet you don't.
But Nia doesn't have an issue.
Sure don't.
So that was pretty much it. It set up a match between Mickie James and Nia Jax. But again, loopholes. Didn't Nia Jax make it perfectly clear that her and Alexa Bliss were not friends any longer, that she was coming after the Women's Championship? Now, all of a sudden, she's best friends with Alexa Bliss again? And doing her work? So that she keeps the title? What is this, bizarro world? I mean, nobody sees this shit. Nobody calls anything out. Now, I'll give WWE some credit. Corey Graves tried to make sense of some of it on the show. Nia Jax came out for her match with Mickie James and says that, and then Alexa Bliss came out to support Nia Jax. They said, or Corey Graves said, I should say, that they are frenemies. They are friends, but enemies at the same time. You want to call that an excuse? Fine, but it doesn't make any sense to me why Nia Jax was clearly coming after the Women's Championship and pretty much severed her friendship with Alexa Bliss. Now she's, coming out of her locker room and doing her bidding once again. But I will say this, man. I'm enjoying whatever they're doing with Mickie James and Alexa Bliss right now. That is the first match that has been signed to TLC. So it's Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship at TLC. Asuka has been heavily promoted for that show as well. She will make her in-ring debut at TLC. More than likely against Emma. I don't see them pinning Sasha. I don't see them pinning Bayley. I wouldn't mind them pinning Bayley. But I don't see them doing Nia, maybe Alicia Fox or Emma at this point. Probably Emma, because Emma and Asuka did have a very, very good match at NXT TakeOver several years ago. So that's probably coming for TLC. But I'm enjoying what they're doing with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James right now. Hopefully they can keep it up. And they are doing a very, very good job of that. The rest of the show seen Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman. This match went 10 minutes. Seth Rollins had a beautiful blockbuster neckbreaker off the second rope on Braun Strowman. We had some suicide dives on Strowman. We had a super kick on Strowman. All of that wasn't enough for Rollins to overcome the Giant. He went for the wind-up knee, but that was countered, or I forgot what they're calling it, the King's Landing now. He went for the King's Landing, and Braun countered that with a clothesline. Picked Rollins up for a running power slam, 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman beats Seth Rollins. Strowman gives him another power slam for fun. Dean Ambrose comes out to make an attempt at a save. He only gets chokeslammed for his efforts. So we get another power slam. They leave both Rollins and Ambrose, or I should say Strowman leaves Rollins and Ambrose just laying. Out come the Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro just pick the bones and they do what they got to do. Neutralizer and then bro kick to each one of the tag team champions, and then that was it. Elias versus Titus O'Neil. This was very fast. I love Elias when he's in the ring. He's got something special. I want to walk with Elias. The fans really get on him organically. They really give him organic heel heat. It's something to watch, to be honest with you, because nobody else is doing that type of heel work on Monday Night Raw. Elias is doing it right, organic, and it's natural. But he had a nice song about Denver, and that got interrupted by Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil loses to Drift Away at 3 minutes, and that was pretty much that. Mickie James beat Nia Jax by DQ when Alexa Bliss interfered. We had a tornado DDT that looked terrible, delivered on Nia Jax. Mickey's leg was underneath Nia at that point, which made it look bad. She planted Nia Jax with the DDT. Alexa made the save and caused the DQ at 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Mickie then kicks Alexa in the face. Not much there, but we are getting Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, as announced by Kurt Angle following the match. Matt Hardy with his new short haircut that everybody went crazy over, and Jason Jordan, who had new ring gear. I talked about Jason Jordan getting rid of the singlet. They put him in this green contraption, these green tight shorts, and these green knee pads, and these green boots. He looked like fucking mucus walking out there. Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan versus Anderson and Gallows. This match went 11 minutes. We got Anderson and Gallows delivering a magic killer to Matt Hardy, as Matt Hardy is pinned in this match. I don't know what they're doing with Matt Hardy right now. He seems to be directionless with Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan, yet another failure for WWE right now. Storyline went nowhere with him being the illegitimate son. All of a sudden, he's teaming with Matt Hardy now because Jeff can't be there. Nice to see Anderson and Gallows get a win, though, but what does it mean? It means nothing. They are going nowhere, and Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan both are directionless right now. Just turn the guy awoken, or have him wake up and have him be awoken and call it a day. Please. Get him away from Jason Jordan and have Matt Hardy on his own. Hopefully we see that following this Bray Wyatt-Finn Balor feud, because I believe Bray Wyatt would be the perfect antagonist to bring out the awoken in Matt Hardy. Reigns versus The Miz, we talked about. Miz loses the match by disqualification because of Sheamus and Cesaro. Sasha Banks and Bayley teamed up against Emma and Alicia Fox. We had Emma walk away from Alicia Fox, and she left her partner just laying there, Bayley to belly to Alicia Fox at 13 minutes. That match went way too long. I don't give a shit. So we had the team of Sasha Banks and Bayley getting the win there. And then that was pretty much it. That was Monday Night Raw, on top of all the big important things that I talked about already. And that is your Monday Night Raw review. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel tonight. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. I will see you guys tomorrow. Walking Dead stream for episode number 3 of season 1. We have some other stuff coming as well. We have SmackDown Live review tomorrow night. Not the TLC. We have the Hell in a Cell go-home show for SmackDown Live, so we'll talk about that tomorrow night. But it's going to be a big day, man. So Mario Kart for my Patreons. We got Walking Dead stream, and we got SmackDown Live review tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. Follow me down below to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for notifications. And I will see you guys tomorrow here live on YouTube for The Walking Dead. And then right back here tomorrow night for SmackDown Live. I'm JD. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for The Walking Dead. I'll talk to you later.